Hello everybody, I'm so excited to be back with y'all talking about the HEAL-icious recipe challenge. This challenge has been going on for about 4 years now, and it gets better and better every year. So I am stoked to see what all you guys come up with. So here's how this goes. HEAL-icious means healthy and delicious. So that's our goal here. Finding a recipe that you can make at home that is quick, easy, simple enough for you to do by yourself, common ingredients you can find at home, but that is healthy and delicious. See, here's the thing. A lot of kids think that, eating healthy doesn't taste good, but that is false, okay? Eating healthy can be so yummy and so delicious, and that's what we want to prove to you, and we want you to prove to your friends. So here's how this is gonna go. You are going to choose a recipe. Okay? Now, your teacher might give you a category that your recipe needs to kind of stay within, but for now, we're just gonna call it our recipe challenge. So you're gonna choose a recipe, what you wanna do, what interests you, something you think is gonna be delicious, but also easy to make, and then you are going to research it. So from your recipe, you're gonna figure out what food groups are in it, what body benefits do you gain by eating that food, and then you're going to be able to kind of write all of that out in a report. We want to know, why is it important to you to have those body benefits? Why is it important to you to be consuming multiple food groups? So I'm going to show you a few different videos of different kids presenting in the past so you can kind of get an idea and see where we're headed with all of this. But like I said, you're going to choose your recipe, you're going to dissect it, and you're going to figure out exactly each ingredient, what each ingredient does for your body, and where you find each ingredient on the My Plate. So which food group is it in? So that's gonna be really fun for you to really dive into that, dig into it, figure it out, because you're gonna have to do a verbal presentation on your dish. And we're gonna give you several resources that I'll walk you through in just a minute, but you're gonna use those resources to really lay out your presentation, what you're gonna say, what it's going to look like. And like I said, make this personal. We wanna see what you've learned from this HEAL curriculum. We wanna see, why is it important to you to eat this healthy dish? For instance, let me just give you a quick example. So I remember last year we had a student say that he had a dish that it's one of the primary ingredients was peanut butter. And peanut butter is great for you. Yes, it is high in fat, so it's definitely a caution, but it also has a ton of protein in it. And so he said, I play football, and I know that I need all of that protein when I'm out there on the field to give me good energy and make my muscles big and strong to be able to complete each play. So we love that. We love seeing you make it personal and know exactly how these foods are going to benefit your body specifically for you. Now, one thing we definitely want to let you know is that if you win this competition, this is a competition, you are competing against kids from all of our HEAL schools, okay? So if you win this competition, we do have a grand prize. And the grand prize is going to differ year to year. So you can ask your teacher and she'll let you know what it is. But we have a grand prize and we have a few prizes for second and third place winners. So this is a big deal. Last year we gave away AirPods as the big prize. We've given away a GoPro as the big prize. These prizes are big and exciting, and we can't wait to hand them out to you as you win this competition. So really try hard and dig in here. The goal for this competition is that you learn about the foods you're eating, you understand what it is you're putting into your body and why it's important to put those things into your body. And we want to see you give a good, strong verbal presentation. Now, in just a minute, I will walk you through step by step exactly what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it, including your verbal presentation. So hang tight and let's go through these things.
So once you have chosen your recipe and decided what you are going to make, you're going to start here with your prep work. Read the directions carefully and make sure you have a good title for your recipe. Then fill it out accordingly and decide which foods go into which food group. We also would love for you to be creative and see if there are any healthier ingredients you can substitute for ones that are included in your recipe that might fall into the caution category. For instance, maybe you could add honey to sweeten something instead of adding sugar. Or maybe your recipe only covers one or two of the food groups. Maybe you could add some granola on top or something like that to cover more food groups and gain more body benefits from your dish. So whatever substitutions you make, list them here on page 1 of your prep work. The next part of your prep work is going to be focused on the nutrient density of your dish. So what we want you to do is look at your ingredients and decide if they are low in nutrient density, have medium nutrient density, or are high in nutrient density. So take a look at the example we provided. If you use something like milk, you know that that is really good for you because it's filled with calcium and other nutrients that are really good for your bones and teeth. However, milk oftentimes is high in fat. So that would be a medium because it is very good for you, but it's also high in fat, which can almost be considered a caution. So that one would fall into the medium category. So go ahead and look at your ingredients and decide how you should fill this second page out of your prep work. Now, once you've made those decisions, we would love for you to take a minute and write a quick paragraph or blurb in the paragraph box so that we can see your understanding of your decisions from why you chose to put each ingredient where you chose to put it. So we would like for you to do just as I did and explain how one ingredient is maybe high in certain nutrients, but can also be considered a caution item. So that one would be a medium. Or how one of them that you choose to use in your dish is just really, really good for you. And you explain that to us so that you're going to say it's high in nutrient density. But use that paragraph box to explain your decisions to us. The next thing you're going to do to prepare for your verbal presentation is go over the body benefits that you gain from consuming your dish. So go through each of your ingredients and list them in the left-hand column. On the right-hand column, we would like for you to list the body benefits that come from that ingredient. So take a look at the example we provided. Apples is our ingredient. And then we look over to the right-hand side and it says that apples are high in fiber, which are really beneficial for your digestive system. So we are explaining what is in that ingredient that makes it good for you and what that does for your body. The more you know, the stronger your verbal presentation will be. So go ahead now and complete the body benefits portion so that you are prepared for your verbal presentation. So the next thing we want you to do, now that you've dissected and figured out the body benefits and the food groups and all of that for each ingredient in your recipe, we want you to go ahead and practice writing out your verbal presentation and what you're going to say. Writing it down helps you remember better, and so that's why we want to use this strategy now to help you give and deliver a strong verbal presentation. Your verbal presentation should only be 1 to 2 minutes long. The bullet points at the bottom of the page are exactly what we would like for you to cover in your verbal presentation. So be sure to look over those bullet points well as you come over here to your recipe challenge prep work verbal presentation practice sheet, which is this right here. And we want you to use this to write out what exactly you're going to say so that you can practice it and review it before you go to give your presentation that you will be turning in to the judges. So now let's talk about your recipe card. This recipe card is very important, and it is very important that you fill it out accurately so that we can see exact measurements of each ingredient that are in your recipe. The judges can use this information to better score your presentation and the taste of your dish. If the judges would like to recreate it, then we need to know exact measurements and exact step-by-step how you made this dish so that we can make that happen. And lastly, HEAL loves to feature our students and their hard work in this recipe challenge on our website and different things that we give out throughout the year. If we have your precise recipe, we are then able to use this HEAL-icious recipe and give it out to so many other students and families who are connected really helps the
through
judges
HEAL.
see more about
So
your
go
thought
slow
process when
and
creating
write
your dish.
really, really legibly.
You can give
so
us an
that we can
explanation as
easily
to why
read
you
your
included
recipe
certain
card and
ingredients.
know exactly what
And at the bottom,
went into your dish
you can
and step-by-step
explain to us
procedure
the different
of how
substitutions you
made
so
that
that we are
dish.
able to see that for ourselves. We love to see different ways you were creative in creating a recipe that is healthy and delicious, and that all starts with great substitutions and knowing what you're putting into your recipe, what you're taking out of your recipe, and how that's ultimately going to benefit you in this competition. So make sure you get those recipe cards done, filled out appropriately, and get them turned in, because that is going to be a huge component of you as we score your dish. Now this right here is the judging scorecard, and it is not for you to fill out. There is nothing you have to do with this judging scorecard. I just wanted to include it so that you can see exactly what you will be scored on. Use it almost as a rubric, if you will. Maybe even go through this scorecard and judge yourself and see how am I going to fare in each different category, and see if there's anything you want to change or correct before you finalize your dish. So hopefully those of you who use this judging scorecard will really have a leg up coming into the competition.
Sorry. My name is Emma Chase Neely, and I made frozen yogurt berry bites. They have strawberries, blueberries, and non-fat Greek yogurt. The Greek yogurt is a dairy, and it has potassium in it, and it maintains blood pressure. And the blueberries are a fruit, and they have fiber in them, and that reduces cholesterol levels. And the strawberries are a fruit, and they have vitamin C in them, and that lowers the risk of heart disease.
Nice. Way to go. Can't wait to try it. Ready? Go.
Alright, I'm Will Prater, and I made sunflower seed butter with bananas, and it's called sunflower seed toast. And the sunflower seed is good for your muscles and tissues, and it has a lot of vitamin E in it, and it's a good protein source. And the bananas has a lot of potassium in it and helps your lower blood pressure, and it's a good fruit source. And the bread is a good grain source, and it has a lot of potassium and helps in your digestive system. And the protein, I would usually eat this before a football game or things like that, and it helps me with my muscles and to keep them going.
Go.
Hi, I'm Ashley Carrington, and this dish is called peanut butter pears. It has granola, cinnamon, peanut butter, and pears, I guess. And so basically, the reason why I chose this dish is because I'm a cheerleader and I need like core strength, and it's very high in protein because of the peanut butter. And yeah, so my peanut butter is definitely my protein, and then my grains are my oats / granola, and then my fruit is the pear, and then my cinnamon is the superfood flavors. But actually, cinnamon lowers risk of heart disease, and so yeah, granola actually lowers cholesterol and also lowers blood pressure, so that's really good, and so that's good for your blood. And also the peanut butter helps you. It's very rich in like fiber, and it actually helps your heart. So it's basically digestion and heart. And then the pears are rich in antioxidants that help you, like it can like help you with like fats in your body and stuff. And it's also rich in fiber, which helps your digestion. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy.
So now you have all of that information, and we cannot wait to see what you come up with. These videos are going to be submitted to us here at HEAL, and we're going to go through them. We will then choose the top 5 recipes from the presentations that we think are really presented well, and that you give us lots of info, you know what you're talking about, and you have personal connections within your presentation about why eating healthy is important to you and what you've learned from HEAL. So we're going to pick our top 5 presentations and then make those recipes. That way we know that it's healthy and delicious. So what you present to us helps us know that it's healthy and teaches us why it's healthy. And then we're gonna make it ourselves at our own home, and we're going to try them all and pick which one is the most delicious. So like I said, it must be healthy. You have to know about it, know what you're putting into your body, give us a good, strong presentation, and then it has to be delicious. Now we can't wait to see what you come up with, so go ahead, dive in, get started, and let us know if you have any questions.